Hey everyone, it's me again. And it's been a busy summer, and even though there isn't much on the calendar right now, and trust me, I'm really missing those firemen's picnics and county fairs, the weeks seem to have been flying by. Life for me this summer has meant more time on the farm, which I'm not complaining about. Volunteering my time to help their days be a little easier is the least that I can do while unemployed and looking for something new. Actually, losing my job taught me a lot about myself, and if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. He has a plan for me. One of my favorite verses is from Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. Many are the plans of a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. I look at that verse on my side every single day, and it reminds me to trust in His plan and not the one that I've written for myself. Never fails if I have a great idea for how the day or the week should go. It's like He goes, good try, honey. We're going to make sure nothing happens the way you want it. In my life, I've gone through some crazy things, and this is just another page in my book that He's written perfectly for me. Each time I've gone through these trials and tribulations, I've come out a different person, hopefully better. And I am determined to believe that this time is no different. I don't know what it means right now, but hopefully in a few months I can look back and say, "Yep, that was meant to happen." But looking back at the last 4 months, this is what I've learned since losing my job. 1, you can always go back home. I was really nervous about having to go back home and being dependent on my parents once I lost my job. But they've welcomed me back. Secretly, I think my brother enjoys me being home because chores go faster and he has someone to talk to other than my parents. To clarify, I am not financially dependent on them, but it's been nice to feel needed. And I feel like I've reconnected with who I was and who I like being. I love being outside with animals and working with my hands. And I think working in the corporate world, I lost that connection and it made me a different person. Not better or worse, just different. Now, I'm not sure I'd want to go back to that world. They may pay better, but there's something in honest, hard work and doing things that you love that can't be replicated by a number on a paycheck. Number 2, humans need other humans. A lot, let me tell you. When I first lost my job, I spent more time than I care to admit sleeping, crying, and watching meaningless TV. Then I spent time with people that I love. Friends who helped keep me positive when I lost my job, my family who dried my tears, and more who were just there. There for me whenever I needed them. There to listen to me, there to help me. And those small gestures go a long way for my heart, and it really meant a lot to me. And it also made me realize that I can't be alone forever. I'll tell you, I put on a pretty good front about being independent and not needing anybody clinging to my side. But in reality, we all want to come home at night to someone that we love, someone we want to cry and laugh with, someone to celebrate and mourn with. We all need someone. And if anything, I've really learned that having someone like that is the key to happiness in life. Who's that person for me? Well, let's just say the jury is still discussing a verdict. Number 3, rediscover something you love. Probably doesn't come as much of a surprise to you reading this or listening to this, but rediscovering my love to write has been a huge lesson in this season of life. I went on a long dry spell where writing just wasn't a priority and I didn't make time for it. But in times of crisis and stress, my coping mechanism is definitely writing. For others, it might be drawing, driving, drinking, hopefully not in combination, or maybe baking. But mine is definitely writing. During this mess of a time in my life, I've written more than ever before. And I'm working on a pretty big project that I can't wait to complete. But my advice to you is if you've gone a long time without doing something that you used to love, maybe it was playing a sport, painting, cooking, or something else, just pick it back up. Take 1 hour to dabble in it again, and I promise you won't regret it. Number 4, never take people or experiences for granted. Nothing is guaranteed. I'll admit, I took my pre-COVID life for granted. It was luxurious, busy, and appeared secure. Clearly, there were other plans for me, and looking back, I wish I could have done things differently. The phrase hindsight is always 2020 could not be more true in my life. If I had known that this was going to happen, I probably would have done things differently. In this season of my life, I've experienced pain and hurt, and I have seen my friends experience true tragedy close to their hearts. It hurts me so much not being able to help comfort them, but it stirred me enough to get out of autopilot in my life. I'm just sick of going through the motions. Why do we skirt around our feelings? If you're angry, express it and work through it. If you have feelings of love and desire for someone, why not tell them? What is the point of feelings and emotions if you never do anything about it? People are created to be dynamic, collaborative, and social. We should feel free to love, laugh, and pursue happiness, damn it. If you're a history connoisseur, you will know, and I admit, the Declaration of Independence reads life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as part of our unalienable rights. I made a slight edit, okay? Freedom of press. If today is my last day on this earth, I don't want to die with any regrets. Tell that person you like them. Tell that person you miss them. Tell them you're sorry. Just tell them. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and hope. Jeremiah 29:11. Hopefully quarantine has taught you something. Maybe you realized how much you love your coworkers. Or maybe you have some bumps in that relationship that need to be ironed out. Either way, I genuinely hope that you have come out of this COVID period a better person. Someone who knows what they want, aren't willing to deal with the bullshit anymore, and that you make the most of your time. But anyways, thanks again for reading and listening to my ramblings. If you've connected with anything that was said here, just comment a heart in the comment section. Trust me, I appreciate it more than you will ever know. Until next time, thanks for listening.